So yesterday we have come up with two topics. One was introduction to just 1 second, please. So yesterday we have come up with introduction to RDBMS and introduction to SQL Server. Okay. Today we'll discuss about the topics that are made available in SQL Server, right? And whatever the content that we are going to learn, that all I'll make a list now. Okay. So that you also will have a clear idea on what are the things that will be discussed as a part of. Right. So let me make a list here now. Topics of SQL Server. And you remember, SQL Server, we make available with two modules. One is called SQL, and in this SQL, we will study about sublanguages. SQL consists of what? Sublanguages. And in that sublanguages, we discuss all these things. DQL or DRL, one language. Second, you call DML. Third is called TCL. Fourth is called DDL. Fifth is called DCL. These are your sublanguages. Okay. Each one has its own expansion. Data query or retrieval language. Then data manipulation language. TCL, transaction control language. Then DDL, data definition language. Then data control language. Yes, these are the things that will be part of sublanguages which we are going to study in SQL. And what is this SQL? SQL will be covered as backend SQL. That works as backend. Achha. After completion of this, we will study something called SQL objects. And in this SQL objects, we learn all these things: tables, constraints, views, then synonyms, then sequences, then indices. Yes, these all are a part of SQL objects. We are going to study them as a part of what? SQL objects. Okay. And remember and make things very clear. These are, you can say, an overview kind of thing of what we are going to cover in the course content of our SQL Server. tables, constraints, right? Then I was saying about views. Then I was talking about synonyms, sequences, indices. These all are part of SQL objects. After this, we will begin with T-SQL. No doubt, this also comes under backend only. And this is how you describe as transact SQL. And what it deals with? Yeah, this deals with the coding. This deals with the coding, programming, or you can call coding. This deals with coding or programming. And under T-SQL, remember, under T-SQL, we have all these things to study. What? Anonymous block programming. Anonymous block programming. And this anonymous block programming, we also call what? Unnamed block. Or you can call nameless block. Anonymous block, you can refer by two names, unnamed block, or you can call nameless block. Right? And what actually happens? This deals with all these things. Basic programming. Basic programming. Then we'll study about exception handling. Exception handling. Then we have something to learn about cursors. Cursors. These are the parts, or these are the topics that will be a part of what? Anonymous block programming, which you can refer as unnamed, or you can refer as nameless block programming. Anonymous block. Unnamed block or nameless block. And second part is the second part that you call as stored block programming. This you can call as named block programming. This deals with stored procedures, stored functions, stored triggers. These are the things that are part of stored block programming. You understand? And you know one thing? In every category, there are some sub things that are available in it, like tables. When you talk about tables, tables has got classification again. Tables, catalog tables, we say, catalog tables, and one more category you call as, user-defined tables, temporary tables, magic tables, something called table variables. These are categories I'm saying. Constraints, but types again. Domain integrity, entity integrity, referential integrity. Those are part of constraints. Views, but types again. Views, types are there. Simple views, check option views, something called, complex views. We have encrypted views, something called indexed views. Synonyms are there, sequences. These are all categories, classifications we have in it. I wrote how and what the content that will be covered in the concept of SQL and T-SQL. SQL में what is being covered and T-SQL में what is being covered. And especially this part, that is third type of programming you can call, third type, that is called CLR integration, that is related with .NET. That is related to what? .NET. If time permits, definitely we'll discuss that part. But compulsory, you should have an idea about .NET. Then only you can manage CLR integration. Otherwise, it would be difficult. Okay. You have any questions to ask me on this? Go ahead, please. If not, I'll come up with next part. Any question that you have with you, go ahead. Yes. Just confirm me through chat panel, or if you have any questions to ask, you can unmute yourself and we can forward your questions. Darshan, Kiran, Srikant, all of you.
Sir, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, Srikant. Kiran, what about you? Okay, Kiran, that's fine. Darshan. Yeah. See, Darshan, this is for your reference, I'm saying, so that you can make out things quite very. Any This is what you find as if you just look into the process of this, 4,100 minus 2,000, I'm saying, from release till SP1, 2,100 changes which Microsoft has done in 2000. And this 2014 Service Pack 1, Microsoft introduced in the year 2015. In the year 2015, 15 that got introduced. How you describe what is the meaning of this? But service pack is not of what do you call SQL or service packs are there. Service packs were there even in operating system also. Service pack. How do you describe? Yeah, simple description. Something called hot fixes, which means changes. Whatever new, whatever the existing features they found issues, they fix up those issues and they introduce new features. Plus, they introduced new OS support. All these three together is called service pack. And whenever any SQL Server software is introduced for the first time, Microsoft releases its trial version. What do you call? Trial version. What do you call that? Yeah, that also I'll mention here. I'll mention Microsoft will release will release a version for testing purpose. Testing purpose. What do you call? Yeah, you call testing version, trial version, beta version. Trial version, beta version. Microsoft calls CTP. Microsoft will not call testing. Those are names I'm saying, names. Testing version, trial version, beta version. But what Microsoft call? CTP. Community Technology Preview. CTP. Community Technology Preview. Comfortable? Anything still you have that you want me to you want to ask me? Go ahead, please. Yeah. Kiran, was it clear for you? Srikanth, what about you?
Yeah, clear.
Clear now? Okay, okay, that's fine. Yes. Now, one more thing also I'll highlight now. Because this is what I feel like, for a developer, you don't need to know much about this, but for DBA, they require to have in-depth knowledge of this. What is it called? Editions of SQL Server. Editions. I just make a list here. We don't discuss much about it. Just an overview kind of thing I'll discuss. In administration side, in administration side, as a DBA, I mean, if a person is working as DBA, then he should have in-depth knowledge about every edition, like what features they made available in which edition, and how it will be helpful for your implementation, and how we are going to make use of different concepts of that particular edition. To what extent this is supported for implementation, all the things that you should be, I mean, so like DBA should be aware of. Whatever you just need to know what is what and what that edition will do. It's more than enough. No interviewer will ask you to explain, how that edition is helpful in your server level, at client level, what facilities there. No one will ask for developer. That is a purely a work of DBA. Work of DBA. Hmm. Yeah, wait, we didn't start now. When you start on that day, I'll explain you all these things. Yeah, now we don't talk on the. I only gave you topics what we are going to cover. That I listed. I didn't explain you what is what about this. Just terms I made, short forms, I expanded them. But what for it is used and all, we have this to begin with one separate topic in my next class. Introduction to SQL. Then I'll explain you what for each language is used. Editions of SQL Server. First comes Enterprise Edition. This is one. For whom it is? Obviously, for large scale applications. People who are, who have, large, big applications which are being, for them, when SQL Server is used as backend, then people prefer to go with what? Enterprise edition. Large scale application. And another advantage that you find, supports all features of SQL Server. Supports what I said, all features. Nothing is excluded. Every latest feature, every feature related to SQL Server, you have been made available of. All features of SQL Server. Then one more is here, one more. As this is Enterprise Edition, similarly, there is one more that you call as Evaluation Edition. Evaluation Edition. And you know about evaluation edition? It is free edition. It is free. Evaluation edition is what? Free. And you can say like this. Similar to Enterprise Edition. It is free edition. Free edition. But free edition till when? Yeah, rule. It is free edition for 180 days. That understood? It is a free edition, or you can call it expires in after what one? 180 days. 180 days is almost 6 months, right? Approximate 180 days is 6 months. After that, you can't even upgrade that. It expires, expires. That's it. The only choice you have at that time is you have to uninstall and reinstall the product. Third, we have third edition. That is called standard edition. This is one more. This is for, medium scale applications. Little less features. Medium scale applications. Compared to enterprise, this will have less features. Little less features. We have one more. Work group edition. This is one more. This is for very small scale applications. Small scale applications. Fifth, you call web edition. Web edition, you call. This is for what? This is connecting with websites, web applications. For them, we find its usage. So you can call like this. Provides secure, cost-effective, for public websites and applications. Web edition default. One more is also that people use even for practice purpose, especially this. Developer edition. Developer edition. For building, testing, and demonstrating all SQL Server functionality. That is the reason I said for practice purpose, they use a lot. Testing environment may, practice environment may. Because it has almost same features of Enterprise Edition. And finally, I'll highlight Express Edition. It is free edition for small web and server-based application. Express. This will never expire. This will not expire. Express edition will not expire. Free edition, but limited things. Database size limit, features they limit. Latest features all disabled. Nothing you find a support. Nothing. Everything is made available with respect to what? Limited one. Including, I'm saying, database size also. Database size also limited. Features limited. Not good support for implementation. Small applications. Less people can work on it. less security, that you don't find that high-fi security, everything, all features are not made available in it. Okay, this is clear. Did you understand, everyone? Types of servers. Next class, I'll take up this. We'll stop this session here. Next class, I'll continue.